Guys, insane what is happening right now. Bitcoin, the whole crypto market has over the last 24 hours a little bit corrected some altcoins more than any others, but that's absolutely fine, guys. Don't panic. This is something that I have seen before, and I'm going to show you the exact proof that I have found that we have nothing to worry about, and everything might change in the next coming hours, and I'm gonna show you why. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much here for tuning in again. Oh, so this now worked immediately again. Good. So as you know, yesterday the cam was frozen. That's why in the first part, that's why I wanted to check if it's now frozen again before I put myself away, you know. So because now I don't see anymore if it's frozen or not frozen, you know, because I don't see a chat or anything. Oh wait, chat, so that I can actually see my own chat, guys. A second. So there we go. So there we go. So there I can see the chat. 112 people here. Amazing, amazing. So let's talk about what's happening. So first of all, we have in an hour and 44 minutes the FOMC meeting. Everybody knows that most likely we're going to get a 25% basis points rate cut, not percent, basis points rate cut, which will lead to that the market should turn around and go back to the upside. So there is a really slim chance that we would get a 50 basis points increase, rate cut, and that would lead to that everything would be exploding, you know. So, but there is almost even less than 1% chance that this is actually going to happen. And you see that also on poly markets. So why do I look at poly markets? Because you should not forget that poly markets is over 90% of the time correct with their statistics and forecasts. So as an example, most recently when Trump won the election. So they are also here again forecasting 98% is here the probability of getting a 25 basis points decrease in the interest rate, so and hence a rate cut. And here on the Fed watch tool, the same thing, you know. So when we go to the CME group, CME watch tool, then also here there is a 98.6% certainty that we're getting a 25 basis points rate cut here. And as you can see, here is also the down timer, so it's an hour and 40 minutes. What I actually gonna do after the stream is I'm gonna take my laptop, go upstairs in my bedroom and watch something on Netflix until this is actually happening, and watch on the side the market. So what can we expect here during FOMC on the CME futures chart? So here on the CME chart, for once, most likely we're gonna fill here this gap. We are not far away from it to fill it. It got partially filled just slightly earlier. So I would expect around the FOMC that we get here a wick down that gets really quick bought up again and pushes and turns us around. And from there we're gonna continue the upwards trajectory, not only on the CME chart but also on the spot and futures market in general. So here is something that I want to talk with you guys about. Why I'm telling you right now there's no reason to panic, because every single time for the last 2 times when we had an FOMC meeting, the markets were dropping to the downside. We got FOMC and bam, rate cut, market turned around. Same thing the last time here in November, into FOMC we went down, rate cut, bam, massive rally. So here the only difference between these two rate cuts that we had before is that this time that corrective phase is shorter than in the previous 2. But this is for me absolutely fine, and I can also explain it why that is, because we were never above $100,000. So it's as simple as that, you know. So, and people don't want to see Bitcoin below $100,000 again, besides the people that want to buy like crazy. But anybody else is trying their best right now to keep the price above $100,000. And you should also not forget that we have already FOMO buyers in the market that think, oh, what if it goes to 200? What if it goes to 300, $400,000? So they're also coming in and keeping the price afloat above the $100,000 mark. So now when we get the rate cut and then also the speech of Jerome Powell, most likely it will be dovish, will not be hawkish, and the more dovish he will be, the harder we're gonna see a rally to the upside. So there is of course the possibility that he comes out and said, we cannot we cannot go again for a decrease of the interest rates because inflation went up by like 0.1%, you know, so, and was at the same level as it was the month before that, you know, so, and that is the only reason why he could come out and say, we're not going to do that. If he does that, then expect that we will go lower, much, much lower. So then there will be carnage in the market if that would be happening. But right now, with poly markets, with the Fed Watch tool, highly unlikely that this will actually be happening. So now when we are going into here the 12-hourly chart where my VPVR got missing. Where is my VPVR? There. So here on the VPVR, you can see already what's happening here. We are basically just retesting the last most traded area here on the VPVR, and you see from where that's coming. That is here coming from the past resistance that we had here. See there, resistance. So this is just a resistance support flip confirmed test. So, and for now we are holding this. So as long as we are holding $102,700, I would not be really concerned here that Bitcoin starts doing something like this here, you know. So at the same time, you have the EMA ribbon coming up. Also here we briefly, we got close. We didn't really touch it, but we got close to touching the upper end of the EMA ribbon. Also that is a bullish indication when we are trying to go down to the EMA ribbon and not even getting there, and before that turning already around. So again, because of FOMC, it can happen that we dip a little bit into it and then come straight back up here. On the MDX algo scalp gradients, also here, what did I tell you guys yesterday? I told you I don't like to have 2 take profit points plus a third dot plot here, plus that we had here 4 bearish divergences. I told you be careful. I warned you. You know, I said yesterday, there were my exact words where I said I don't like how this is looking. You know, so that could lead to a small move to the downside. I would not be concerned about it. I'm not concerned. I was not concerned about it. Still not concerned about it. And that this is something that I in general did not like. So now the good thing is the candles are cooling down a little bit. We are here almost in a lighter blue phase again. So here over the next coming hours, I expect that we are heating up again and turning around and going to the upside. The same here with the reactor indicator. So when you get here 4 bearish divergences in a matter of 48 hours, so it was obvious, you know, so that there was something like this coming for us, you know. So now the reactor indicator is here in that green area, so that is actually a bearish area, you know, so it's not bullish when we're here in the green. I think it's bullish because when we are here, I know we are getting the turnaround, you know, so that's why I see that as a bullish, and not bearish when we get here into that bearish zone on the reactor indicator. My ZoomX trades, I actually didn't look at them since earlier. So there, besides my Bitcoin trade, everything is at a moderate loss, not crazy, you know. So I was earlier still up here $700,000 if I'm not mistaken. I'm still fine with where I'm at here, you know. So don't forget, I have still a lot of limit orders here. They're gonna get triggered. Here, look at my phantom, you know, so close to trigger more of my limit orders. So actually I wanted to go down there, you know, so I really want that it comes down here and triggers more of my limit orders. Again, if you want to trade on ZoomX, guys, there is a link in the description. You still get up to $45,000 worth of sign-up bonuses if you use ZoomX. And if you cannot use Bybit, that is the perfect alternative for countries where you are restricted and cannot use a Bybit, like in the US, in Canada, Australia. No, Australia is working. Major parts of Europe and so many other countries. So this is the place to go, guys. So now, when we go here into the 4-hourly chart, also here you see nothing really crazy happening. Yes, we went into new all-time high yesterday here of $108,500, but when we turn around, where did we go? We just came back into that underlying support area here that is currently holding us above $104,000, and you see here with these wicks that this is actually really strong underlying support that we have here. So it will be really hard to how to say that, yeah, to basically crush that level, you know. So it is a really tough level to break through here for the bears, and it will be not sustainable. That was the word that I was looking for. So it's not sustainable for pushing the price for a long period below this level here, in my opinion, you know. So that's why for a brief moment, when we get the rate cut, yes, it can happen, you know, so that we come, because of the volatility, that we really come quick here below that and then shoot up again. But I'm not expecting that this level, that below this level, we actually close a 4-hourly, 12-hourly daily candle. Not gonna happen. Then on the leverage levels here, on the liquidation levels, we have taken out here this small area with high leveraged long positions earlier. So, but now we have here over leveraged shorts sitting. We still have here all this high leverage liquidity sitting on the liquidation level. So that could be something that get flushed during FOMC, guys. So be prepared for that. That this could be something that could be happening, you know, so that you see here when FOMC starts, that we see something like this. We take out maybe everything of that high leverage liquidity, maybe we only briefly touch it and then shoot back up, or we are not going for this at all at this point in time and you just see us going up, you know. So but I still believe there is quite a chance that in the first couple of minutes after the rate cut is out, that we see here a move into that liquidity and then the turnaround. On the let me actually look here, 48 hours. On the liquidation heat map, also here, you see here around the $102,000 area, there is some liquidity sitting below us, but it's actually not that much. There's more short liquidity, again, sitting above us, which makes it a higher priority target for market makers to push the price up, to take out all that liquidity sitting up here. And again, we have here at $106,450, the highest concentrated area over the last 48 hours, with currently $70 million worth of short positions sitting here. If you need more liquidity, guys, don't forget on Bybit you still have 6 hours. 6 hours, guys. Then this free $500 airdrop position is running out. You only need to deposit $100 when you register your account and claim the airdrop voucher in the rewards hub. Use the voucher and all the profits belong to you. Trust me, when we have high volatility around an event, like in 1.5 hours, you want to take advantage of that. You want to take advantage of that. So now here on Bybit, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's not looking good, you know, with most of my trades, but I keep adding. You know, you see here on Aptos, I have still limit orders below current levels, you know, and that is the case for most, or I think for all of these coins. Look here, I have here 17 limit orders, and you see here, open long, open long, open long. So these are all limit orders where I just buy lower, you know. So I keep dollar cost averaging down because I know what's coming, and I stick to my plan. Everybody else can do what they want to do, but I have seen it all before, and I know that we are really close to a massive turnaround, and then everything will turn green again. Massively green, massively green. So I just keep holding everything what I have. Now here on the Bitcoin dominance, that we come up this high was the lower probability that I had given a couple of days ago. Remember when I said, hey, I don't know how high this can go here when the dominance starts bouncing to the upside, and said, hey, it could also happen that we get something like this and only then roll over. So, and this is right now exactly what we are seeing here. We came all the way up to 58.26%. I don't believe that the dominance will go much higher. Sorry guys, I need to drink something. Where's my, there's my water. Should not forget, for me it's after midnight, so it's for me really late. I usually sleep around this time or go to bed around this time, so that's why I'm a little bit tired. So there is a small chance that dominance will spike up all the way up here to the upward sloping now resistance line of that rising wedge pattern that we had here. So if we would come up here, that would be 59.37% before we're gonna get rejected from there and turn around to the downside. So there is a small slim chance for that, but I lean more to that dominance is turning around during FOMC, and we're gonna start printing again. With the total free market cap here, nothing has changed. You know, so we are exactly where I said we are. I was expecting this, you know, so I told you also when I had drawn the first time that box and laid out this plan that we could see that we wick here below it, you know, but we most likely not gonna close a daily candle below that box. So now the wick is just sitting, the current level is just sitting below it, but by the end of the day, I think that we will close within the box and then see here, then move to the upside. Now, when we look at Ethereum came back also here into local underlying support at 3,000, what is this, 817 and $3,877. The EMA ribbon is currently acting as resistance a little bit. That's why the price is struggling to move higher, but the indicators are bullish, guys, you know, so the indicators are bullish after this recent flush to the downside, and also on the higher time frames, I think, yeah, so that is not looking too bad, guys. It's not looking too bad, you know. So on the 12-hourly chart, on the 12-hourly chart, we're about to bottom out. With the next 12-hourly candle close, we are just at the top of the EMA ribbon. Again, as long as the EMA ribbon is holding and we are not below the midsection of the EMA ribbon, we can remain bullish here on Ethereum. So now with Solana, Solana pulled back here after we tried to break above the golden ratio. Remember, guys, I told you that we need to reclaim the golden ratio to get continuation to the upside. So we failed here once again. But also here the 4-hourly chart is already turning around. We only still put in here overall higher low. That has also not changed. And as long as that higher low remains, also here for the mid to long term for Solana, we can remain bullish here. So and my Solana position on ZoomX is also only still keep dollar cost averaging lower. You know, so if we break below $210, I have a lot of limit orders that are gonna get triggered. So I'm not really upset or panickish, you know, when my portfolio goes in the red, because I know I have orders, you know, so I've prepared, I have a plan, you know, so, and I know where I'm gonna buy, and make sure that when the market turns around that I'm fully allocated and that I can take full advantage of that turnaround in the market. So now when we look here, for example, at Coty, also here, nothing for me yet to worry about. First of all, this is just again a higher low area, you know, so compared to this low over here, and at the same time we got close, we did not actually touch it, we got close, we were almost touching this upward sloping long-term support on Coty. So as long as we're above that line on Coty, there's nothing to worry about, and I would maybe get worried if Coty breaks here below 12 cents and what is this, 12 cents 4, let it be 12 cents 4. So lose here this major support from where we bounced last time, that would make me really concerned, you know. So then I just need to double the size of my position, you know, to make sure that when it bounces one time, you know, even if it's a dead cat bounce, and it goes back to like 16 cents, 17 cents, that I can get out without any loss and close the position, you know. So, but until then, you know, so everything is fine. And I also expect here turnaround based on the indicators, what I'm seeing on the 4-hourly chart, and also the daily chart was, is ready to turn around here. So if it's not happening in the next 24 hours, then it's gonna happen in the next 48 hours. And I just gonna sit it out, you know, I wait it out and relax, you know, so that's what I'm doing, relaxing and just waiting it out until it turns around. Then Casper also came here now a little bit lower. All the way down here to 13 cents, I would still be buying Casper a lot, because this again is flatlining here in oversold territory on stochastic RSI for over a week now. So over a week, and also the MACD is here bearish since 9 days. Yes, so since 9 days. When you have an extensive period like this, you know, so you know, okay, there's maybe like a day or two left, you know, where it maybe goes a little bit sideways here in that area while the indicators remain bearish, but then they turn around, you know, so and you see that first in the price, then in the indicators. So you're gonna see a small green candle, you know, a doji candle, and then the next day you're gonna get a pump, you know, so in that coin. So for that simple reason, these are good levels right now to get into Casper, or to add more to a current Casper position if you would have one. Then also AVAX, I'm still not worried about this, you know, so we are technically still in that falling wedge pattern. I just need to adjust the line here a little bit. So also here, so the only thing that is happening here is that the breakout, you know, so the breakout here out of that falling wedge is most likely coming today at some point, you know, based on the 4-hourly chart. You see we got already a buy signal, MACD turning around, RSI slightly coiling up here to the upside. So that we're here at $46.60 right now, roughly. Not a huge concern for me. I would also here only get concerned if we would move here back into that underlying buy cluster where we the last time bounced back from the upside, and we would lose that cluster, you know. So then again, I need to change here strategy a little bit, but until then, everything is fine. Everything is fine. So I don't know if my Alpha X, I got again locked out. This is horrible. So there's, and 1 second, guys. I need to check what is the code. What is the code? Because I want to see what my SUI trade does. I have no clue what's going on with my SUI trade. I did not check the whole day on my SUI trade, so it's here. It's usually here. Yes, there. Okay, so no, I made it wrong. Okay, I see what I made wrong. Come on. So there we go. So let's see. Oh, okay. I lost here a little bit. But I'm still in profit. So, oh wow, that actually looks better than what I thought. $2,200, still in profit here. Amazing on SUI. So Bitcoin starts already rallying as it sees here into FOMC a little bit. Not crazy, you know. So what kind of chart is this? A 50 minutes chart. Okay, yeah, like I said, it's not crazy, but you see here something just before I go back into altcoins. Here is on the 50 minutes potentially a W pattern shaping, you know. So if we break here $105,300, sorry, this is a really slim line here, so it's hard for me to draw this. So once this here is breaking, we're gonna continue to go to the upside. So, and it might be so this is, you know what I see here, this is in alignment right now with FOMC coming out, because we have maybe one. So how many more 50 minutes candles do we have? So we have 1 hour 4. So we have like six more candles. 6 more candles. So in 6 candles, we could come up here and be already above that into FOMC. So, but anyway, Uni, really quick, want to touch on that. Also here, daily chart still bottoming out. Not worried about this. So the only thing that you want to see before you either continue to buy the dip here on uni or start building a position, is that you want to see that the RSI slightly turns around or starts to go sideways. So that's what I would be waiting for before I would get into a new uni position or adding to my position. So because until then we can still go a little bit lower. We could come all the way down here to $14.75, $14.20, what is this, 37, before you want to get that bounce here. The next one is Phantom. Phantom also, so here the original plan got cancelled. So, but now, if we are, so here I also don't believe that if I would put this down here that this is gonna happen like this. So because it's FOMC, there's only two ways that this can go. So either it goes like this, and then this, because of FOMC, ah shit, now, wait. Come on, give it back to me. So here, that. So either it goes this way, or the other way is that it does this here, and we go up like this. So these are the two ways how I see it, and that's actually happening with a lot of coins. You know, it's not only Phantom. I see that happening, or that same kind of pattern potentially playing out on many coins, not only on Phantom. So here also on the 4-hourly chart, we are flatlining here in oversold territory. The RSI slightly turning already around. The MACD is here for a super extensive time already in bearish territory. So here also the turnaround might be really, really close. And you see here, did we hit the bottom yet? No. So here the stochastic RSI has a little bit more room to go lower, but not much. I think by today we're gonna hit the bottom because we have a really, really big red candle today here. So that will mark the bottom on the stochastic RSI. So by tomorrow we're gonna get a nice turnaround and a green candle on Phantom. The only problem is how high that green candle goes. That's something that I don't know yet. You know, so I don't know how high it's gonna go. It depends on how much lower we potentially today go first. You know, so if we actually go back here to like $1.18, you know, into FOMC, or even below that, you know, so and go here into the next major level of support of $1.13, $1.10, you know, so that's something we need to wait, you know, what's going to happen with FOMC. But if we're not going lower, then tomorrow we're gonna have a really nice bounce candle and making up all the losses that we incurred today on Phantom. So then injective is technically still bullish, so this line just needs to be adjusted. So that makes here that ascending triangle just a little bit more extended. So now also the breakout moment changed. So here this looks like on this 4-hourly chart. So here this is your breakout window. So from next Monday to the following Saturday, that is the breakout window for injective, and then gonna see a move into $35 in my opinion. So that's just less, yeah, it's a little bit more than a week. You know, so if I can make here, if I would get now a position here to $35, so, and I know I can make 32%, and I put 3x leverage on that, so I make almost 100% in 8-9 days. That's fine, you know. So that's why I have still my injective position, and also here keep laddering down into more buys to decrease or to get my entry price lower to the current price, to take full advantage of when this is turning around. Then the next one is TON. Also TON here on the daily chart, most likely we are at the end of that downwards period here from originally $7.20. Again, that is overall also just a lower high. Look here, lower high, higher low, sorry, higher low, higher low, higher low. Nothing to worry yet, you know, so nothing to worry. Just let it play out, you know. So this could come down to 0.382 to $5.55 before this is turning around. But this is the worst case scenario that I see. Maybe even a small dip here into that demand area, and then you're gonna see a really nice wick here, like here, back to the upside. And then let's go quick in the chat, guys, what you guys want to see. I have always problems here to see how long this stream is running. 30 minutes already. Okay, so we're gonna only do 2 coins. So we're gonna do only 2 coins, guys. Let me have a look. So let me see here what I see in the chat. Let me see here. Who is that clown? Ah, wait, I cannot do this like this. Okay, I do this later. So, let's go on here. Let's see. That's actually, I think, Ripple, so XRP was not doing all too bad during this move. So let's have a look at this really quick. And actually also Avi. Avi is also something that we should talk about, because it's also holding up stronger than many other coins here right now. So, but where is XRP here? Where is it? Am I blind? Or maybe it's the wrong list. So it's possible that I was on the wrong list. So let's see here. On this list, I'm sure that it's on this list here somewhere. Am I now blind, or why do I not see XRP here on any of these lists? Ethereum, XLM, XDZ, INJZX. Here, there it is. There it is. So again, super old chart. At least that, yeah, that's a super old chart that I have here. Let's see the 12 hourly. Actually looking ugly. Only the 4 hourly is not looking all too bad. So, but yeah, so here with XRP, for continuation, we're gonna have to break this level here. That is $2.65. So when we break $2.65, I would expect continuation. And also here, this downward sloping trend line on the way up is something that needs to be broken. So but this looks like a bottoming candle. And look here, we have a almost $580 million buy cluster of demand sitting below current price. So highly unlikely that that gets eradicated during FOMC. I cannot see it, you know, that somebody comes and slaps the sell button and sells like $600 million worth of XRP, you know, to all these buy orders down there. You know, I'm not seeing it happening, you know, so it's too much money. But that could be also the short-term bottoming candle here, what we are seeing right now, from where we're gonna get here our reversal in the next coming hours. Again, I would wait a little bit, you know, so I would not directly jump the gun here because I want to see that here the 12 hourly chart is turning around. You know, yesterday we were looking good, you know, so but then this candle kind of spoiled the party. So if this candle on a 12 hourly chart here is turning around and regaining, what is this, 4%, which is not too much, you know, XRP can rally much harder than that, you know, and not just make up here 4% when it turns around. But this is what I want to see, because then I know the stochastic is turning around, MACD is turning around, RSI is pointing back to the upside, you know, so it's gonna change the structure, you know, so and that's what I want to see. So let me see here. So Pendle, so I know I did not for a long time talk about Pendle. Let's have a look about Pendle. But yeah, so here, there's my chart, Pendle chart. Oh, Pendle actually strong. Why is my nose running now here? It's not the AC. Sorry guys. So, Pendle. Yeah, Pendle got here rejected from the $7 mark back to the downside. So, but it's looking here on a 12-hourly chart really, really strong, guys. Really strong. Let me see here the daily chart. Yeah, this is really strong. This might be one of the only coins that is properly running today. This is 6% up today, while everything else is going down. So that is definitely one of the coins that I should have been in today. What I'm seeing here. Here I don't see anything really bearish. So here, if I would want to get into a position, then we just got above that, or we are just scratching that level, $6.40. A daily close above $6.40 for a long-term position is the level that I would be looking for. Yeah, one daily close above $6.40, and I would slap the buy button. You know, so but for a short-term trade, I would do the same, just with the difference that I would take profit around $7, partially, not complete out of it, but partially profit, raise my stop loss to $6.40, let it run. You know, from there for the rest of the bull market, whatever. You know, but initially take some money out. You know, so I would take. If it would be a leverage position, I would take out like 25% or something, just to make sure that I'm gonna get paid and that my portfolio overall is continuously increasing the same way that I did it here on ZoomX. You know, this is exactly how I did it on ZoomX. That's exactly how I did it on AlphaX. You know, where I went from $200 here now to 4,800 is it, I think now. But this was yeah, 4,900. So, but this was on the height of SUI. This was almost $6,000. You know, so and I did it with $200, guys. You know, from 200 to 6,000 on AlphaX. So it's definitely possible to do that with small amounts of money. You know, so that's what I want to say here, guys. I'm actually leaving now. Thank you so much for tuning in here once again. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more profits after FOMC tomorrow.